My husband had made my lunch for me and he peeled my mandarin. What am I to make of that? It's the perfect intersection between tenderness and disrespect. 16 years we've been married. He's seen most of what these fingers can do. And that's his appraisal of their abilities. That means every time I've touched him in 16 years, he's been thinking she couldn't get the skin off a citrus.
Please welcome Claire Hooper. Claire Hooper, you are divine. I know your husband, Wade, and I would think that was a loving gesture.
Well, no, okay. No, I think it would be, isn't it loving if you go, could you peel my orange for me? Like, then it's like, I don't want to go to the couch. Can you peel my orange for me? That's nice.
Yeah, active service.
But,
yes.
like, to peel it without...
Sorry, Georgie's gone down. I love
language.
Sorry.
I love that. Sorry. Yes, so his love language is... telling me I have clumsy fingers. I don't know. It's like peeling without consent is a bit much, don't you think?
Yes, I do think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Congratulations, Renata. You won a huge award at the Comedy Festival this year, the
Yes.
Piece of Wood Award. It's sort of the Comics Choice Award. Comedians vote on it and they pick you sort of, the best of the comedians.
Yeah, I always thought it was just for cool people. Well, I have no idea.
It's also tradition that when you win the award, you've got to bite the award and sort of sink your teeth into it. Did you... Sorry,
just to clarify, Michael, you do not need to eat the award.
No, it's a chunk of wood and did you...
Yeah, the classic photo is you take the award and you bite it. And,
did you get your...
I mean, I did not know that I was in the running for the award, so I was standing right up the back and I had dental aligners in, so I could... So it was a really awkward bite and it made no impression. And I had to replace the aligners.
Where do you keep it? Is it in pride of place? Because I feel like it's a worry that someone might just throw it out. Like, you know what I mean? It's just a bit of wood.
So sorry. No, but somebody might throw it out. No. Former winner Geraldine Hickey, beloved Australian comedian. Look, I'm not saying it's definitely because of her sexuality, but lesbian Geraldine Hickey took the piece of wood and went and affixed it to a proper base, got everything engraved. It's very formal looking now, and I really appreciate the work she did.
Yes.
So now...
I mean, she was going to Bunnings anyway, so...
Right? Yeah. Right. And, yes, and also the person who won it the year before me did not get around to getting their name engraved, so I had to pay for 2 engravings. That is $36, not $18.
All right, let's move away from that because, it's great. I love that you won that award, but I'm worried that we're going to talk about Bunnings because it's almost Saturday and it's just all going to get out of hand. Now, I want to talk about your podcast. You had your dad on recently and... Yeah, you were talking about the fact that you hadn't said, I love you. So how did that go?
OK, yeah. So the backstory is I spent the summer in Perth with my parents, my husband and my 2 kids and I, the whole summer in Mum and Dad's granny flat. It's fine, we made it. I will for the rest of my life be triggered by the words knock knock. Anyway, so the whole summer I kind of brought this Melbourne energy, stepped on the plane with Melbourne energy. I was like, I'm going to tell my dad I love him this summer. And then the minute I got off the plane in Perth and took a deep breath of that dry air that surrounds my father's heart, I was like...
Can't do it, freaking out.
He probably knows, don't worry about it. Like, I'm not going to tell him I love him. Save that for your Melbourne dad. That's what I call my barista. Anyway, latte Paul, love you. And so anyway, it was just this weird thing that I brought Melbourne energy to it, but at the minute I got to Perth, I clammed up. And the weirdest thing, so I talked about it in my show, and my dad never comes to my shows. But he came to my last show in Melbourne and then drove me to the airport afterwards.
Long drive.
Quietly. It was a quiet drive. And then at the airport security gate, as I'm about to, pass through the gates and fly home to my family at 11 o'clock at night, my dad he didn't say I love you, he said, we do love you, which is pretty close.
It's very close, yeah.
And I was so shocked. I didn't say it back. So I got him on my podcast to tell him I love him. We talked for 23 whole minutes as a build-up.
So I want to play the grab to you, just so we can hear how that went.
All see.
You telling me you loved me and me not saying it back.
Yeah, cruel.
I still haven't.
Yeah.
All right, well, here we go. I love you.
Bye-bye then.
The dry air around his heart.
It's absolutely seamless.
So awkward. Anyway, we don't say it anymore. That was a mistake to even try.
Tried it on,
Say it
didn't fit.
because Claire Hooper, we do love you. And Claire's show is at the Replay Festival in July. Ticket details are on our festival. Would you please? On our website. Would you please thank Claire Hooper?